only just days away from the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, which many have regarded as being one of the most controversial WWE pay-per-views to date. Despite all the recent controversy surrounding the murder and disappearance of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi and Saudi Arabia's shady history of human rights and suppressing women's rights, the WWE have stood by their decision to carry on the show in the Kingdom, be it at a much smaller venue than they originally planned. For weeks leading up to the pay-per-view, WWE have been heavily criticised for continuing their plans, as it's scheduled to take place only days after holding the first ever all-women's pay-per-view, leading to some believing the Evolution pay-per-view was intended to be a counterpoint for WWE to edge away from its controversial all-male pay-per-view, though WWE has obviously denied this on a number of occasions. In spite of its controversy, WWE continued to heavily plug the pay-per-view, but simply removed all references of its location of the pay-per-view on television and online. Controversy aside, like with every pay-per-view, there have been a number of rumours surrounding replacements, winners, and future plans. However, unlike previous occasions where we have done two separate videos on predictions and rumours, we will be merging them together in just one video. So let's get right into it with number 1. Rumour: a female announcer? When WWE and Saudi Arabia's General Sports Authority made the exclusive 10-year deal to host events in the Kingdom, they agreed to the condition that there will be no female wrestlers on the show. The Sports Authority was even forced to release a public apology after an advertisement featuring Carmella, Bayley and Sasha Banks was shown during the Greatest Royal Rumble. So after all that controversy, it's surprising to hear that there might be a female announcer at the show. Pro Wrestling Sheet is reporting that Raw commentator Renee Young is set to be part of the commentary team for the pay-per-view. Young became the first ever permanent female member of the Raw's commentary team in September, and if the rumours are true, could this be the first step WWE are taking to breaking boundaries in the Kingdom? Number 2. Rumour: the original plans for WWE's World Cup. The WWE's version of the World Cup has been a mess from the start. Initially, there was confusion that rather than this being a World Cup tournament that could feature different wrestler nationalities, similar to What Culture's World Cup, it's just a simple King of the Ring style tournament to decide who is the best in the world, and it's been specifically set up so that one talent from each brand will face off in the finals, which is fair enough, but that wasn't the original plan. Mike Johnson, a PW insider, revealed, the original plan was to kind of have the talents mixed up. In fact, at one point, we were told that John Cena was going to wrestle Rey Mysterio in the first round, and then the decision was made to keep the Raw and SmackDown talents segregated until the final, because the final will also serve as a sort of preview of next month's Survivor Series, which will have a Raw vs SmackDown theme. Number 3. Rumour: Brock Lesnar will lose to Braun Strowman. As you might recall, Roman Reigns was originally scheduled to compete at the pay-per-view, putting the Universal Championship on the line in a triple threat match between him, Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. However, with Reigns being taken out of the match, WWE must now crown a new champion, and all signs point to Braun Strowman winning. Wrestling source Barnburner recently tweeted on who will come out of the Crown Jewel as the new champion. Nothing new to report about Crown Jewel, the decision will be announced tomorrow morning, being told. Hulk Hogan will be on the show, Braun Strowman will win and feud with Drew McIntyre. Number 4. Rumour: Hulk Hogan will return. What does WWE do when it's already swimming in controversy? Well, add more, as rumours have circulated of the Immortal One Hulk Hogan finally returning to the WWE after being expelled in 2015. During an interview with the Orlando Sentinel, the Hulkster let slip he could be part of the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, saying, "There are a lot of plans in the works. I'm looking forward to going to Saudi Arabia with the WWE, looking forward to WrestleMania. But yeah, we're moving forward at a rapid pace. It's exciting to have this opportunity again, after all these years where I was there and gone." How will the WWE Universe react after not seeing Hulk Hogan in a WWE ring since 2015? Number 5. Prediction: D-Generation X will defeat the Brothers of Destruction. Shawn Michaels will be officially wrestling his first match in the WWE since his retirement in 2010 after suffering defeat by The Undertaker. Regrettably, this is one of the matches we are least looking forward to. It will no doubt be a nostalgic moment, but after Triple H and The Undertaker put on a decent show at the Super Showdown event, and also stated that this match would be an end of an era, this match shouldn't even be happening. Michaels will no doubt suffer with a bit of ring rust, so they will surely let him ease into things, but we would have liked to have just seen Michaels in a singles match against a current WWE superstar. Hopefully, if all things go well in this match, we may see Michaels return again for either the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania 35. As for a prediction, we see DX going over in this one, with Michaels getting the 3 count over Kane. Number 6. Prediction: The Bar will retain the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. These two have battled each other on a number of occasions, but this time the roles are reversed, as the New Day will be fighting for the belts. With the Big Show on the Bar's side, the odds are evenly stacked, but we're sure there will be no title change here. Number 7. Prediction: Seth Rollins will defeat Bobby Lashley in Raw's quarterfinals. Seth Rollins is probably one of the strongest and most likely winners of the WWE's World Cup. Since John Cena bailed on WWE to protect his image, Lashley has been a very last-minute replacement. But with WWE building up Rollins to be in the main event once again, and the reports of Lashley working with a separated shoulder, we can almost certainly see Rollins advancing to the semi-finals. Number 8. Prediction: Kurt Angle will defeat Dolph Ziggler in Raw's quarterfinals. Kurt Angle has only wrestled 6 times since returning to the WWE. He has also recently been taken off WWE TV as Raw's general manager, training for what could be a proper wrestling return. Since he's taken so much time off to train, it would be silly to think that he'll go down in just the first round of the tournament. Angle will defeat Ziggler, but we can't see him advancing any further than the semi-finals, as Rollins, who is a much younger and more agile wrestler, will put him down for the count. Number 9. Prediction: The Miz will defeat Jeff Hardy in the SmackDown quarterfinals. The Miz is one of SmackDown's most entertaining stars and will go one-on-one with the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy in SmackDown's first quarterfinals match. This will no doubt be a great first round event, with of course some usual high-flying, risk-taking action from Hardy, but we see The Miz coming out as the victor and advancing through the next round. Number 10. Prediction: Randy Orton will defeat Rey Mysterio in the SmackDown quarterfinals. Even though Orton teamed up with The Miz on this week's edition of SmackDown Live, we predict that the two will face off against each other in the semi-finals. Orton even RKO'd him during the bout, which gives us the feeling that the two will meet at the pay-per-view. Even though Mysterio has been on fire since his return and has arguably been in the best shape of his life, for reasons we'll reveal in the next entry, we can't see him advancing through. Number 11. Prediction: The World Cup final and winner. If the World Cup tournament has been booked as a preview for the Survivor Series, which could feature a Raw vs SmackDown elimination match, it's fair to say the top wrestler of each brand in the tournament will be present in the finals. Considering Raw's top superstars Seth Rollins and SmackDown's is Randy Orton, we could see this huge match in the finals. But as for who will be considered the best in the world, we're putting our money on Seth Rollins, since there are rumours of him main eventing WrestleMania 35, and of course, he deserves this status. Number 12. Prediction: AJ Styles will retain the WWE Championship. Like John Cena, Daniel Bryan has outright refused to travel to Saudi Arabia for the event, which meant that WWE scheduled a title match between him and Styles on this week's edition of SmackDown Live. Bryan not travelling has also led to a last-minute addition of AJ Styles going against Samoa Joe in their 4th encounter at the pay-per-view. But Joe has tried 3 times to gain the WWE Championship and has failed all 3 times. And since this wasn't even a match that WWE had in mind, it's easy to predict that Styles will somehow retain the belt, adding more days to his substantial reign as WWE Champion. And number 13. Prediction: Braun Strowman will be the new Universal Champion. We've already had 549 insufferable days with Lesnar being the Universal Champion, and to put the belt back on him would be an incredible mistake. Bryan Alvarez even discussed on a recent edition of Wrestling Observer Live why Brock won't be winning, mentioning, Brock was supposed to lose at WrestleMania, and at the last second, Vince decided he was going to pay Lesnar a ton of money to come back for 2 more matches, including Saudi Arabia. So it's not impossible that Brock could win and then pay out the ass to get him back for Survivor Series, but why? Just put the title on Braun Strowman and be done with it. It would cost Brock Lesnar lots of money to come back for Survivor Series, and he sure isn't generating that money to come back for Survivor Series, I can tell you that much. There's no Saudi money for Survivor Series. We hope that Braun Strowman will be walking out of the Crown Jewel pay-per-view as Universal Champion, as he's undoubtedly proved being worthy of holding the title for many months. So those are our predictions, but what about yours? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.